Alright, we're loading back into the game for episode 2, day 2, and so on. I'm wondering how quick the zones are gonna be, because that was a really... I feel like we zoomed through the first, actual, level, if you want to call them those. Like, the parts where you're trapped in some kind of facility and you're checking doors and trying to find your way out of an environment, versus, the big wandering around the outside surrounding area stuff. That was some good old-fashioned Xbox 360 texture prop we got right there. That's nostalgic for me at this point. I think it went way faster because I'm playing on the Xbox One, so it probably struggled less. But I do wonder how this game handled texture pop back in the day, playing off of a disc not installed and so on. Because that was a thing. People made fun of the PS3 for having install times and having dedicated loading screens where you watch Snake smoke for half an hour or whatever. But games ran like shit on the Xbox 360, and I can say that because I was like a completely dedicated Xbox 360 user all the way up until like 2013 or something. Like I was using it like exclusively. And yeah, every single game, you just got used to the idea that your games were just gonna like not have the high LOD version of its models loaded in constantly. Every time a level loaded in or a cutscene loaded into a new scene, everyone looked like a melted wax figure for like 3 seconds, and then it suddenly popped into what they were looking like, which most egregiously destroyed one of my what was at the time my favorite game, Mass Effect 1. Its entire climax of its narrative is it rapidly cutting between different parallel scenes, like the ending of a Star Wars movie. Like, oh, here's all the storylines that are being juggled at once, and all the stakes, and all and like all that rapid editing keeps a high energy and helps maintain the idea that a bunch of big stuff's happening right now. But it literally would not even finish loading the scenes before it was time to cut away from them, because the 360 could not handle games like that. And knowing BioWare, they probably didn't optimize the game well enough either, but it was pretty consistent. So I used to play a lot of Halo, and Halo also struggled with texture pop when it first loaded each level and so on. Was mostly fixed up by these games being installed eventually. They eventually just enabled you to install every game onto the console anyway, via a button press. Interesting that you skip a floor there. I thought about that on the way down last time too, which I'm now realizing means that we've been sent back a little bit. Uh-huh. I don't think I noticed that last time. Uh-huh. I was... Oh! What the fuck? She just, like, flew across the room! Oh, that was supposed to be a monster closet that you walked past, but they telegraphed it too much, so I stepped away from it. And then it came at... wiggle sticks. Welcome to the Resident Evil 6 era, goddamn. What I hate about wiggle sticks is that they constantly say to use your left stick. And I'm like, no. That's the bad stick. Like, uh-oh. He's probably fine. Oh my... Just... You can feel the heavier rain right now. Wait, did I just hold them down the whole time? Wait. Wait. What? I am holding it. Oh, this is not responsive at all. It's really hard to tell if anything you're pressing is working. Okay. Oh man, this is a game of its era, huh? Very goofy. Well, I guess they're not following me. I had the right instinct to just run past those ones. This seems to be common enough. Oh, you fucker, you dropped everything. He doesn't have a flashlight. My first reflex was to turn my flashlight back on. So they made me drop everything with that, is what they did. There's also more over here. Oh, close behind me.
There's gotta be another way down.
There's gotta be another way. But yeah, like last time we had like a big cinematic scare sequence and surreal stuff happening thing leading up to us being properly in a level like normal. Then once we were in the actual level, it was surprisingly quick. Partly because like there wasn't like door transitions, we weren't checking every single door in some long hallways. It's also like some extent like the element of it all being one continuous environment. I was looking for a prompt for a second there. That's incorrect. I guess a rock's not good enough. Okay, I'm just gonna stop and come back later. I guess hammering is happening right outside my window. Okay, it's an hour later and I believe the hammering has stopped. I love not only being able to work when I am allowed to by the surrounding world. Okay. Ah, yeah, that's probably how I get to that. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, nothing else around here, just more rocks in the rock cave. I hate wooden barriers. Let's not question the idea of like whether or not maybe all of these things are boarded for like a good reason. Oh my god, I can't see anything. I'm worried this series might be really dark, even for a horror game. I turn the brightness up above default like usual, like I do whenever I play anything that might be dark. I don't max it out, but I always turn it up a little bit because brightness is lost in all sorts of steps and processes. That's a body. Sir, that is a human body. Also, I can step over it to get through there. That's a lot of flies. You know what? I'm starting to think we should just go any other way. What if you, like, tried harder at climbing? Do I have any inventory? I still have my first aid kits and my lighter and my walkie-talkie and my coins and my police badge. I just lost my flashlight and my melee weapon. Oop. Didn't know I was gonna go in there. There's a staircase up there. Can I have a flashlight? Oh my god, I can't see. Okay.
So the underground river powers most of the mine's machinery. Huh. Interesting.
Elevator machinery. When Gillespie Coal and Iron Company... Gillespie's like the family name, right? Of like the cult leaders, I think? Established in the Devil's Pit mine in 1816, electric power was not invented yet. As the mining operation expanded and dug deeper into the earth, hauling ore, equipment, and men to the surface via man and animal power became impractical. A new system was needed. The miners began to use the power of the underground river, the Devil's Falls, to power simple machinery like water wheels and for hoisting ore to the surface on pulley systems. As the operation grew more complicated and ambitious, so too did the machinery. By the mid-19th century, Devil's Pit utilized one of the most sophisticated and earliest applications of hydroelectric power. This elevator is one of the first of its kind, using an ingenious system of gears and water wheels to make men and equipment take men and equipment to the upper caverns. I thought it said igneous for a second there, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense in this context. I know we're in a mine, but I don't think that's an igneous elevator. So I threw myself for a moment. Wow, it's dark. Okay. Push? Can you pull when you're pushing? Okay. It's a little funny that your first prompt to push maybe ever is a situation where you definitely want to pull, because you can't reasonably push it anywhere. Alright, so we have blocks we move around. Pretty freely too. He's really good at moving sideways. I like, by the way, I always like, I enjoy when a game like hyper fixates on stuff like, we're gonna go and dive into like old technology and or something like that, and that's gonna be like what we're going into. In this case, they have the excuse to like explain what they're doing, because they're like, ah, this was a mine turned museum, which, like, I've been to plenty of these in California. Like, there's a lot of places that you just put up some plaques and start selling access to a place that used to serve a different purpose, and now it's just hanging out. Might be a little dangerous to have everything actively running still. Like, I know it's powered by the river, so it's not like it's powered by, like, electricity or anything, so it could go forever on the river side of things, but you would think the machinery might break down, especially when it's just abandoned like this. Like, it's one thing to become a museum that might be maintained on some level, but if it's all boarded up, then that implies that it's also just been abandoned altogether. I imagine this won't last forever. Water chute. This collection of water wheels, cogs, gears, and troughs was used to transfer the natural power of the underground river to various mechanical systems. This was the engineer's control hub, which allowed him to redirect the water's flow via a series of wooden troughs, which in turn powered various mechanical devices such as the main elevator, a flood control pump, and even an early electrical generator. This device was restored to its original working condition by the Silent Hill Prehistoric... sorry, not prehistoric. Historic Preservation Society. I find it interesting that there's the, oop. Can't push it that way. Am I gonna climb it at some point, or... It won't let me cross the bridge with it. I'm just given the option to move something around, so I figure it does something. But I can't push it onto these suspiciously weak-looking boards either. Do I push it down the stairs? Do I hit it? I don't think so. I'll put it right here. Maybe I need to use it to, like, board... to, like, block this passage a little bit later or something. But yeah, it's really interesting to think about, like, a place that's older than electricity and how they would still have had machines without electricity. It's easy to conflate those ideas, like they're related, because they are now. But, like, machines were powered otherwise in the past. A little terrifying to have. There's something terrifyingly, like, unforgiving about the idea of a water-powered machine. I guess they probably had, like, brakes and locks and some kind of ways to make it stop. I imagine it wasn't completely unstoppable. There's, like, a number of reasons where it feels like it'd be going wrong if the thing's just continuously powering forever. What to do?
Wonder what the water pump's for.
Ah. It was being dumb. It lets you crank it in the direction where it's not doing anything, I guess. Also, how dare you be like, huh, I wonder what the water pump's for, out loud. It's like, I just read all the documents. That means he read the documents. I know what it's for. I read all of the thingums. Oh, did I do it? Okie dokie. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's moving. Will it move more if I go over here?
A pump must have drained the cave.
Oh. The pump must have drained the cave. I guess there was a place that was blocked by water, and now it won't be. But I didn't see that before, which is funny. I saw that wheel turning and thought I was doing the good job, but now I'm seeing that it's going all the way through here, and, like, that's probably what I wanted to have happen. Maybe the elevator's powered now?
Damn it. Gotta prop this open somehow.
Oh. Well, I guess now I know why they did that. That's goofy. Alright, well now the block makes sense. Huh. Unclear on which part of this process made that part go. Okay, I'll break that part. I gotta prop this open somehow. Okay, how? It's how do I make it go back up though? I know what to do with the. Is that the wheel that makes it do it? Okay. Yeah, it was not clear which part does what here. Alright, so now we know why there's the why this block exists, but also like why there's a part you're not allowed to place it on. Like they're trying to make it clear which part. They want to make sure that you can like walk through, I guess. Although it's a pretty small box. Sometimes game developers kind of like quadruple idiot-proof their stuff. You don't get soft locked. Okay. So now this wheel over here is powered, which probably means the elevator is powered. Not clear on why this shutter exists. Well, like anybody, it's like why would this be created? Is it the idea that like if you ever power the elevator on, you're now like trapped there as the elevator powering guy, so that you have to like turn it back off in order to leave? Is that the point, maybe? I don't know. I haven't found a flashlight over here. What now seems to be the optional area. Oh wait, the gate is still locked. I powered the elevator on, but like the elevator door wasn't opening. So I probably need to go down here and find a key. Can I pry that light off the wall? That looks like a body. Specifically, it appears to be one of the female bodies, and not one of the ones that have been around the cave this whole time. Pistol bullets. It does have ammo. I was wondering. I was like, I don't know how much ammo my gun has. And now I know that they were gonna fucking take it away. Assholes. What was the point of me saving my ammo and my gun if they're just gonna make me drop it? Uh-oh. Okay, I might need to fight you. How do you fight again? Shit. Block, there it is. Ah! Ah! It's even harder to fight when I can't see. It's enough of you. Okay, so you don't take super fast health at least. Total time spent in game, real world, other world, journal, inventory. Huh. Strange to have a chronicle of that. I think what's really weird about this to me is that the game is clearly denoting a difference between the real world and the other world. And that's already weird to me. Like, wait, we know exactly what the differences are between each one, and we're counting how long you spend in each one. It just feels like a weird thing to do in a Silent Hill game. But it's also weird to say real world at all. Because, like, part of what's weird about Silent Hill is that it seems like once you've entered the space that the game exists in, you get a sense that the real world was more normal at some point, and you get the sense that this is something else. So, like, I always refer to Silent Hill in terms of there being a real world, and then the fog, and then the rust, as being three separate states. But like the rust and the fog are both not the real world. It's like the difference between purgatory and hell is the way that I see it. That's kind of like how I compartmentalize the weirdness. Because like when you're wandering around a Silent Hill area and it's foggy and monsters are around, I don't really see that as being the real world. There's ravines and like chasms that stop you from leaving the city and so on that clearly aren't real, right? Like they're real in that they're stopping you, but they're not real in that, like, I'm pretty sure the real Silent Hill doesn't have that stuff, whatever the normal reality is. Like I would, and maybe I'm conflating too much of like the way that the movie shows some of the stuff, because I watched the movie several times before I played any Silent Hill games years ago. I actually liked the first movie a fair bit. But like that one really cements the idea, like, okay, there's a normal world where people go to office cubicle jobs and care about social media and stuff. And then there's Silent Hill, where it's a horrible, desaturated, foggy nightmare where when you try to leave town, there's just giant voids everywhere where you can't get out. Which, as far as I can tell, does match up with the first game visually. Like, you can't leave Silent Hill because there's just huge cliffs everywhere, and that doesn't make sense. And overall, I think, at least in the long term, I don't know if it always agreed, but definitely eventually the games agree with the movie, because like in Silent Hill 5, Silent Hill Origins, you're just like a trucker who drives in, gets sucked into a bunch of Silent Hill bullshit, and then leaves again. Like, you get to just leave like normal. And yeah, Silent Hill 3, you're at a mall, like normal people are there, and then it turns bad. That's like clearly you like getting sucked into the fog realm, and in that case it's because Alessa is like tied to Silent Hill, so like she's, I think the second movie, which is really bad, kind of treats it as being sort of hallucinatory or something, like she's psychically going back and forth. But yeah, like her very presence kind of probably causes these kind of rifts or like disturbances to happen around her, where it's like it's the reality leaking through, which itself is also kind of what I've done with Jet in Cape Escape, our series on role-playing games. If you haven't seen it, we have 3 seasons of like body horror and stuff like that in our tabletop RPG series. The channel is called Knoll Playing Games, GNOLL is how you spell the knoll part, like a hyena and so on, from D&D. We've done 3 seasons of tabletop RPG, with each one being in a different engine, a rule set. And 2 of them I played a character who himself has been to another reality akin to Silent Hill, and like much like a bit like in the Silent Hill 3 stuff, like seems to be tied to elements of why stuff is like coming in and out and why this other world is leaking in. But yeah, like I think overall, the other media does support the idea that the real world and the fog area and the other world are different things. So calling it the fact that the game's calling almost everything I've ever done so far the real world makes no sense to me. Like, there should be 3 entries. First of all, who cares about journal and inventory? That's dumb. There should be real world, other world, and like the rust world or whatever the fuck, and instead of calling it most of it the real world. So like it's weird to call it 2 states. That's strange to me. But also just like, why are you breaking it down this severely? That's just really strange. Like, this is who cares information, and this is like information that potentially like damages your interaction with the game, because part of the fun is the transitions between the different states and how sometimes it's really obvious and sometimes it's less obvious, and like also playing with whether or not we even understand what's happening and whether or not it makes sense, and like like just having it be so concrete just feels so misguided. I don't know why you do that. Can I not go this way? Did I just fight her for no reason? The whole reason I fought her was because I wanted to go get items in that direction. I was hoping to find things. I guess this was just a health kit and some pistol bullets and a fight that might cost you more resources than you spent. Alright, well, let's get out of here. I was really hoping for a flashlight. Maybe we'll find the bottom of the ravine I almost fell into, and then I'll get my flashlight and stuff. It doesn't seem to be opening. I also can't see shit. Let's see here. Follow the path down to the train. Something's definitely not right here. Am I going crazy? Is this really happening? Sater says the train is taken into town. Need to find a way out of here. Find a way into town. It feels like I've lost my mind. What the hell what the hell were those things? That postman said I could find a way into town from here. Was he lying? Alright, so those are deliciously vague instructions. And our map also doesn't cover where I am right now, I don't think. That's where I just was. That's all gated off. I propped this thing open. The water's going through all the stuff. Let's see. Let's just guess that maybe this is the thing I needed to do. The other wheel. Oh, I'm hearing noises over here, I think. Okay, yeah, that's what I had to change. And then the door just opens from the pit being powered on, I guess. That seems like a safety hazard. Oh. Right, a little misleading, because it feels like the door being locked meant I had to unlock the door. Friendly. Friends. We're all friends here. Friends. Uh-huh. Whoops. There's a particular vibe created by the extent to which that we have endless point of no returns. Like, obviously, like in Silent Hill games, there have been like moments like the big hole, various times where James jumps down a big hole. Was it James or the first guy? I don't know. But there's moments where you jump down huge holes near the end of the games and fall impossible distances, and then the next level happens. But the bulk of a lot of the games is often you're wandering around Silent Hill, and you enter various zones that they're telegraphed as being the next story location by something. But then you walk back into Silent Hill, and you're still navigating the same map again. Now with the new destination. So it's interesting to be like playing a game that does kind of have signs of a particular era of video game, where oh, it's just water. I was like, why is the floor wobbling? Like, there's a particular element of things where it's there's constant introductions of point of no returns. You're dropping off ledges you can't return from, things fall and you can't go back.
Get away from me!
It can often be kind of a way of like reducing mental load, because to some extent, the moment these things happen, you can essentially forget the entire level you've seen so far, because you're never going there again. It's like, all of the game you've seen up until now, irrelevant. You'll never be there again. Is she gonna stop me, or can I just, like, lock her in, I wonder? She just, like, stopped following me. Okay, well, bye. Haha. I'm having fun trying to gauge how necessary the fights are. They're not exactly costly, just because it seems like you don't take a mountain of damage, but they are, like, kind of hard to feel like you're doing good at them. So it feels like there's some incentive to try to avoid them. And, yeah, if you can just escape into the next area, especially if the game keeps having point of no return transitions, then you're like, oh, well, I'm safe. They can't get here. Can I push this one, too? Train tour of the mines. In the early years of Devil's Pit, mine carts were used as a transportation tool for moving materials in and out of the pit during the mining process. The mine carts rode on steel tracks and were initially pushed and pulled by either animals or humans, later replaced by engines. Due to the precipitous angles, inclines, and declines of the Devil's Pit tunnels, it was... Can I zoom in on this? Technically, but it doesn't get any less blurry. It was unavoidable that the tracks would have sharp, hazardous, and often even deadly turns. Humans working in the mines were warned to avoid riding aboard the carts whenever possible, as the death rate for such a journey was estimated at 40%. What? Quite simply, this meant 4 out of every 10 miners who hitched a ride aboard a minecart met an unfortunate end. Oh. Yeah, I guess I would recommend not doing that if almost half of people who even try will die horribly. In a modern game, you definitely would have a press A to inspect this thing, and then it would load a higher level of detail version of the sign, so you could read it better. Or if they're lazier, they would just make a text document pop up for the text version of the screen. Which is less immersive, but still helpful. We're getting giggling voices. I was curious if it was triggered by crossing a threshold. Here we go. That one. There we go. Train accident at Devil's Pit causes death of 8 children. By Wally Thompson, staff writer. In what Silent Hill law enforcement officials are calling an unprecedented tragedy, 8 children were killed last night when the tour train in which they were riding derailed in the Devil's Pit mines. Witnesses claimed that JP Sater, the train's operator, was visibly intoxicated at the time of the accident, and that negligence on his part may have led to derailment. The train guy was drunk, said Philip Menton, a tourist from Chicago. He was belligerent to everyone, even the kids. There's no way he should have been operating anything. But we still got on. We've just been investigating this terrible accident, and it's far too soon to speculate on anything, Detective Edward Rogers told reporters this morning, it probably says. Rest assured, we will utilize all available police resources and personnel to uncover the cause. The Silent Hill Tourism Authority has shut down all Devil's Pit operations indefinitely and has released the following statement. We are saddened by the horrific accident involving the tourist train at our facilities, and we pledge to fully cooperate with law enforcement officials in all aspects of this investigation.
JP Sater. That's the guy I met outside.
Albert. I guess the name of the mine is Albert, or the cave? Oh. That was a sound. That's not an angry woman. CPR? Yeah. Mouth to mouth. Is that foreshadowing something? I'm in danger. It is funny that, like, you hear the... Oh, so that's unnerving. I guess it's part of the exhibit. where they have giggling children voices, and then 2 seconds later read a document about 8 children's deaths. You're like, oh, they're evil children's voices. Some of them came by and beat the store. Ah! Hello! Oh, he's big. He's a big boy. I'm gonna go over here now. Bye-bye. Oh, can't go that way. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Bye-bye. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Uh-oh. Can't go that way. Wait. Can go that way? I got this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Turn around, you fucker. How's my health doing? Not great. Just lost half of what was left of it. Okay. Go. I don't know why I left, but okay. Can I heal up? Let's see. Okay. So healing does 50% of your health. Like instantly, it looks like. He might still be able to follow me because he was on the ceiling. Uh-oh. Devil's Falls. That's gonna be too hard to read, and I'm stressed out right now. Bye-bye. See you later. Have a nice, whatever. Hee-hee. It's probably fine. It's probably nothing. I probably imagined that. They told me the jet would give me the jitters. Hi.
Sater! Oh, it's just you.
What are you doing, JP?
You know, enjoying the view. You know, they say if you were to put the Empire State Building in here, it wouldn't even reach halfway to the top of this place.
Seems like a dangerous place to be sightseeing.
You know, none of those things they said about me are true. The papers and stuff, people around town, my lawyers, they said it was just circumstantial evidence and whatnot. That's what I kept telling them.
Yeah, I read all about it.
Those newspaper men are goddamn fucking liars.
Relax, man. We're just talking here.
What happened? That was an accident. I didn't mean to hurt nobody. I didn't murder nobody. Murder's a mortal sin. You go to hell for murder. Ain't that right, Murphy? Surely your mama taught you about what's right and what's wrong.
Those kids had parents that might disagree with you. The paper mentioned negligence.
It was an accident.
You were completely hammered. There were witnesses.
And how about you, Murphy? Someone know all your dirty little secrets?
I never hurt anybody that didn't deserve it. And I sure as hell never hurt any kids. I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
You call this living? Can you imagine what that's like, Murphy? Living all your life inside someone else's lie? Can you? Listen to us talk. As if anybody out there gives a damn. When we're the ones who decide if we can live with what we've done.
Taunt him? Oh, damn.
Wait. What do you mean? Just wait a second.
Be seeing you around, Murphy.
No!
Okay. I'm sensing a theme. Murphy keeps getting choices, but his choices don't affect the outcome of the scene. People just keep falling in the hole. Like, specifically falling in the hole over and over again. And so we just change how he feels about it. Which, given that it's an internal experience to some extent, like, this is noise a consistent rule, but Silent Hills often feels like it's meant to be a personal hell for the protagonist, like it's designed around them. It's one of the reasons why people say the Pyramid Head should not show up in other games, because he's very specifically James Sunderland's demon, and not doesn't make sense to show up in other games in the same way. Which I don't know. I'm not super committed to that because the nurses also show up. I think it might just depend. There might be motifs. I mean, our existing idea of hell in all of its iterations has overlaps, almost as if they're shared things, I guess. But either way, like, it seems like this might be like the... It makes some sense that him just having different reactions to these things, and that characterizing him, would lead to him having different endings potentially, even if he's not actually changing the outcome of the scenes. Because in most narratives, you change the endings of a game by literally changing what happens in the story. Here, we can't affect the story, seemingly, and maybe never will be able to. But because it's literally like his weird, fucked up version of Silent Hill and everything, changing who he is as a person and his reactions to these things would change the ending still. That's fundamentally what it is. It's not about the characters or the plot in that way. Yeah, so he's the one that we found out about that got 8 kids killed. And that would weigh on someone. But also, may I have my flashlight back, please? I got very used to being able to see in this game. And I probably sound annoying about it at this point, but it's also like, I'm making a thing that people watch. I would like to have a source of light, please. Alright. Why would the gate look that dangerous? I can get a crowbar. It does attack way faster. It honestly might be a better weapon against enemies than that thing, but also I feel like that thing probably is going to break. They made the weapons feel so disposable that I imagine that they don't stick around. This screen is basically black. Am I supposed to have a flashlight? Did I, like, miss it? Entry to the Cave of Tears is all I can make out. I can't actually read any of the stuff. Oopsie. Yeah, it was definitely click left stick to turn on my flashlight before, and it was physically on my body. Seemingly I dropped my weapon and my flashlight and my gun all when I hung over that ravine.
Welcome to the Cave of Tears, the grandest collection of natural limestone formations in the Devil's Pit ecosystem. This magnificent chamber...
That was a sound. Ah! Just directly on top of me. God damn it. Ow. Fucker. Where is he? Okay, he's up there. So he was skittering around up top. Jesus, that was startling. Oh, lights. Hammer. Oh. Where the hell did he come? Okay, there's a hole in the ceiling. Got it. Uh-huh. He's big. Okay. Maybe you can't kill him, so he has to keep running away. You fucker. Leave me alone. So you're just gonna keep dropping on me while I'm trying to go through this door? Is this where the person is? No? Oh. Oh, I didn't even see that until I already was pressing it. I was thinking I might find whoever said, is anybody out there? Okay, how much damage does this fucker do? Not even at half health yet, actually. So I'd be wasting my health kit, I think. Can't go over this one small barrier. I have not seen a flashlight. I also don't know where the dynamite blew up. When there's an enemy about and I'm running around, I'm obviously a bit less thorough interpreting what the map is shaped like. Probably was over here. Oh, look at him, look at him, look at him! Is he a different color? Or is it just the lighting? Out. Okay, bye. Haha, you left the opening open. Rookie mistake. Let me guess, this doesn't work. Wait. I didn't think I didn't think the elevator was gonna work. There was like a whole ass.
Never let go of it. One day you'll see it's all come together.
Wasn't there a puzzle?
Look back and laugh at what's past and you'll ask yourself, how the hell did I get through all that?
Huh. I definitely thought that room was full of, like, places. It looked like a bunch of red pipes that you would then attach, like, cranks to. I don't know where the cranks would be, but I thought there was a puzzle in that room, so I'm a little surprised to let me out. Less than half, I guess. There we go. Hi, ma'am. Can you not? I said, can you not? Bye.
This must be
Train.
the train Sater told me about.
Get on the train. Get on the train. I don't think you can solve this puzzle. I don't think it pauses the game. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with this. Ow, that's not block. That's how you block in other video games. I was holding right bumper for some reason. Just felt right for some reason. Oh, this weapon's so much faster and better. Oh, thank God. Yeah, we're trying to get to the train station. The Devil's Train. What the fuck is this? Train on. Terminal on. A, B, C, D, E. Okay. So is it like a combination? Jokingly called the Devil's Train by miners that once worked in Devil's Pit, the mine train has been since converted into a ride for visitors equipped with fascinating audio commentary. The Devil's Train provides the passengers with an in-depth educational tour of the Devil's Pit, including interactive reenactment of much of the pit's rich history. It's a small world after all. Please be advised that the tour includes the use of strobe lighting, so passengers sensitive to such effects should take extra care. There's your warning, everybody. Also, please keep your hands in the car, low ceilings and narrow passageways. Finally, we ask that you please refrain from using any flash photography that might disturb the native fauna. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your ride on the Devil's Train. Okay. Cave of Tears. Looking for letters. Those all look like video game renders, like they're really goofy screenshots to include because they all look like video game renders. What's the puzzle? They have letters on them? Is there a clue? Usually there's like a clue. You doing alright, ma'am? I'm curious if she ever gets back up. See, well, I had to run through this previous area, so maybe there's a clue back here. There's a plank and darkness. Oh, Yeah, it's probably him. Wow, I was able to successfully retrieve that without electrocuting myself, apparently. Thought I was gonna have to turn off the power in order to get it or something. Mountains of Majesty by Daniel. It's a riff on Mountains of Madness by H.P. Lovecraft immediately. English 3A. Jutting underneath cerulean sky are rocky cliffs where my heart lies. Eyes twinkling with emeralds fair, my darling left me weeping there. But her shadow can't take away these bronze cliffs at the end of the day. So blue, green, brown. I've played a game before. Blue, green, brown. Cerulean sky. Hang on a minute. Cerulean. Yeah, cerulean is blue. Jutting underneath cerulean sky are rocky cliffs where my heart lies. Eyes twinkling with emeralds fair, my darling left me weeping there, but her shadow can't take these bronze cliffs at the end of the day. Eyes twinkling with emeralds fair. It does seem to be a 4-part combo, right? So it's like combo, a 4-part password. So it's like, what am I missing? I guess cerulean blue, emerald green. Jutting underneath cerulean sky are rocky cliffs where my heart lies. Heart could be red? I don't know. You fall down cliffs, it's gonna be red. Eyes twinkling with emeralds fair, my darling left me weeping there, but her shadow can't take away these bronze cliffs at the end of the day. The shadow could be gray? Cerulean green... oops. Oh, I can turn it off. Shadow... bronze? Okay, sure. See you later, ma'am. Have a nice, yoga session on the platform.
With stops at Hillside Station and the Superstition Caverns. Please keep your hands and arms inside the train at all times and remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop.
I'm in danger, right?
With safety regulations can result in severe injury or death. Enjoy your ride, and please, no flash photography.
Is this the minecart that has a 40% chance of killing me?
Resort town that we know and love today. Silent Hill was once the center of trade and commerce, thanks to its rich scenes of coal and iron ore. You are riding aboard a fully restored mine train, originally owned and operated by the Gillespie Coal and Iron Company, which first began extracting ore from the Devil's Pit in 1860. This subterranean railroad was built in order to
here they go.
making it the deepest coal mine of its day. Long before the discovery of the pit's rich coal seam, the labyrinth of limestone caves and mountains were used by the local indigenous tribes for religious ceremonies, particularly as a gateway to the spirit realm and for communicating with the dead.
It's probably nothing.
We're now descending into the Superstition Caverns, an area of the cave steeped in mystery and folklore. According to local legend, in 1911, miners discovered mysterious symbols carved into the walls of limestone rock, leading to a wild speculation.
Are they making monkey noises?
And the occult. Soon after, a series of unfortunate accidents and reports of mysterious creatures forced the company to suspend mining operations along this sea. Today,
Oh, hi.
occasionally report
No. I'd prefer not. Oh. Did I fail? I feel like you could hear me rattling the joystick. I specifically took my hand off the controller to use the right hand to go... Just fucking aggro with it. Welcome to the era of video games that thought QuickTime events were really cool and immersive and not annoying at all to... Oh my god, you have to do the whole sequence when you die? Oh no!
Welcome aboard the Devil's Pit Historic Monument.
Oh no!
Hillside Station and the Superstition.
No! You can't be serious. Oh, my attention span is gonna be fucked.
Failing to comply with safety regulations can result in severe injury or death.
Oh, this is fascinating. It's every classic mistake that games used to make all at once. The choice to do an entire QTE sequence cutscene with a long intro and a single mistake starts the entire sequence over. This scare is gonna be so boring now as you watch it maybe more than twice even. Oh, I'm in a hell. This is hell. This is why it's that's why the rust started showing up everywhere in Silent Hill mode. It's because I'm in hell as a player. A several minute long unskippable cutscene with QuickTime events in it. Okay. Yep, see, there's all the rust stuff. That's how you know that's just images preceding unfortunate events. Bunny monkeys! Yeah, those are monkey-ass noises. And here we have the American ape. Okay, focus mode. I have to not make up a single mistake, and also, I don't know how I failed the first time, but fuck it. Why the fuck haven't I won yet? Jesus Christ. My hand hurts. Wiggle sticks are the worst QTE ever invented. It's like 80% of why people hated Resident Evil 6. Oh god. Good. They weren't joking about flashing light warning, although I don't think that's quite a seizure thing. I think it has to be way faster than that. Damn, there's a lot of these guys. You just have like... Oh! Oh! And now I go backwards. Hello, friend. Oh, is that the only QTE? Okay, I think I'm safe. I think a loading screen means they would never go back and show the previous cutscene again if I fail. That was creepy. It's like a big skin flap thing calling me out directly. There's definitely precedence for giant faces and heads.
Pendleton!
But... I saw you.
Hands against the wall. I said, up against the wall!
You don't have to do this. We should help each other at this place. I don't know what it is or how we got here. But one thing
Just shut up! What the... Where did you get this? Where in the hell did you get this?
Why did you keep it?
I just found it in these clothes. I didn't...
Is this some kind of sick joke to you?
No, I swear. I don't know what's going on any more than you do.
On your knees.
What?
On your fucking knees. You heartless bastard. You don't deserve to live. You're not fit to walk this earth while good, decent men.
I don't know who you think I am or what you think I've done.
Shut the hell up! You think this is funny, don't you? Well, let's see how funny it is with a fucking bullet in your head. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
And then she falls in the hole again. Maybe not. Because the secret to not falling in the hole is forgiveness.
Go. What the hell are you waiting for? Leave me alone, God damn it!
She bounces very quickly between extremes.
I'm sorry.
Like, between murder and letting the prisoner go, there's an obvious third option where you arrest him. I guess she just doesn't have any cuffs on her right now. Every bench in this damn city, this is why it's haunted. The tetanus benches. You can talk to her.
Hey, maybe if we stick together, we can...
Go away.
Uh-huh. So she survived the fall. I'm less confident the other guy. He fell down an incredibly obviously telegraphed mega pit that could not have been higher. Whereas she fell into an ambiguous root-filled fog basin where who knows how far she went. And it's not clear if she remembers doing that. It's funny having her search me for weapons because... And then finding the badge of all things. Like, she found the badge because I've managed to hold on to it somehow. But of course I don't have weapons because I just lost all of my equipment for the second time. They keep just stripping all the items out of my inventory. Which is getting, frankly, a little rude. But it's funny that I lost all the gear I had right before she searched me again. So I then, I did happen to not be armed at all. Not even a crowbar. I feel like that water might kill me. Ow. Fortunately, it is hard to see where it is. Shiggity-giddy. Nope. No shimmying through there. Albert. There's the Albert sign. Now we know where the Albert normally goes. Where you at? Huh. feel like I keep missing scares. Like the game keeps having moments where you're supposed to spot the thing that the sound is tied to, but I don't happen to be looking in the direction, and they don't like... They don't wait for me to look that direction or like take camera controller away or anything. So I'm just like, what did I miss? I imagine the big guy was around again. Uh-oh. Oh. You can hop over there.
Speaking of which, this next one goes out to Murphy Pendleton, a lost soul on a stroll. You keep on keeping on, bro, and your pal DJ Ricks will do the same.
A lost soul on a stroll. Oh. Is this the Silent Hill? Mirror Cove, Riot Street, Radcliffe Street. Doesn't look like Silent Hill. If anything, this looks closer to Silent Hill. Not really because it is, but it is on the southern bank of water. Straub Street. I don't totally have Silent Hill memorized. That does not seem accurate. What's that? That seems like a terrible weapon. Why would you hold it there? You'd think you want to hit people with the base of it. How are you going to swing this where you hit them with the little weird small tip? He does just swing it, yeah. Surely you'd want to hit people with the base, or there's like a surface to hit people with. Weird. I thought someone successfully beat their way in, but I'm not sure if they did. Yeah, that's the way I came in. I guess maybe I zeroed in on the one thing. The one place to go. Cigarettes stand out so much that I swear they were a resource. I swear at some point your character needed cigarettes for some reason, and then they dropped it in development or something. That's not like me trying to remember anything I've heard. I'm saying like just the way that they stand out and are so visible throughout the game, it feels like they're placed there for you to pick them up. Like maybe your character's smoking habit affected the ending, who knows? Or it kept him steady or some shit. That feels like the kind of thing that you'd try to put in a game and gamify it, and then potentially in development you'd find out that like, hang on, that's gonna change the rating of our game, or these groups don't like this part of the game. It doesn't test well, or it sounds like it's encouraging smoking, blah blah blah. Four 622. Oh, that seems like a more reliable weapon. The monkey wrench just feels very sturdy. Doesn't feel like it would ever break. Feels easy to swing. Even the axes and stuff, you like have to depend on the idea that it's going to like actually land correctly and not get caught on like the haft or something. Okay, well I see one downside. Oh. Da 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 da. Now, will you switch it on back? No way. 6 digits? Could it be? 484622. 484622, 484622, 484622. Nope. Yeah, no. Not that easy. Dang. That's a big shovel. What? Danger. Do not enter. Do 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 do. Oh, that's the weapon. Thought I was getting a prompt for the window. Like to open the door. No, at this point, I suspect that if there is a combo, it's probably not somewhere I've been yet. We might be able to get this car. One of his mental notes was to try to boost a car. Maybe you can open this up and get the car. Like maybe the code has keys in it. I think we have to come back.
Where is everybody?
You've been here for 3 seconds, dude. When I walk out, if I walked outside right now, I wouldn't see anybody in real life. Big pipe? Well, that's conspicuous. There's also noticeably just a whole ass wall there. It's like they built an entire ramshackle wall barricade to keep something out. And then they felled trees in front of that to make it harder to get at the barricade. So like there's some heavy duty town fortification as far as I can tell. This isn't incidental rubble, and it's also not just like a weird Silent Hill void in the environment. It's like human beings went to great lengths to defend this street, which is interesting. Makes you wonder if they're actively fighting against the Silent Hill stuff that's happening. Kind of like how in Homecoming they introduced the, not introduced, but they really like doubled down on there being like the cult, and that they specifically have like seemingly like a task force that goes out on missions in Silent Hill mode. And like are familiar with the threat and everything. Yay! Jesus, we haven't had a flashlight for like an hour. It's back, everybody. Now you can at least mostly see one part of the screen when it gets dark. You'd focus on that part to center yourself. Until I fall off a cliff again and apparently drop everything every single time. This guy needs pockets. What I find frustrating about me losing the gun is it very specifically used the word holstered. I probably didn't actually have a holster, but like, it was like in my pants or in my pocket or something. I wasn't holding the gun with my hand. And the flashlight also is very specifically holstered to me. Like, I'm not holding it either. So like maybe you drop your melee weapon, which is super disposable, but dropping everything else that was fastened to me more in a way. It starts to feel like a dick move. Like, alright, game. Feels especially mean in survival horror because you're like incentivized to try to like you usually think that you're supposed to try to like hold your resources and do your best to hold on to them and not waste them. So when the game takes them from you, it's like you're being punished for saving them. Like, well, damn, I would have just fired all my bullets then. I did pick up some bullets earlier, but the question is whether or not the bullets I picked up... Yep, 5 pistol bullets. Yeah, they were never in my inventory before, so I guess that means that anything loaded into the gun is lost with the gun, and so I didn't get to keep any of the bullets from before. Oh. One quick cop noise. Is it behind there? Oh. Whoop. Hi. No. She does a big shouty. I think this pauses the game. It's usually pretty unnecessary to fight enemies in foggy Silent Hill. They kind of seem like they're not very good at following you anyway, but like in general there's just so much open area, you're usually going to be able to get away. Not sure if the scream does damage or just stuns me. Part of me is worried about all the pickup prompts I'm getting, but they're probably just like, there's a rock. It seems to be what it is usually. I think my current methodology is to hug the right wall. Not for the normal maze reason, like brute forcing a maze approach, but actually just because I need to like try to fill in the map as best I can of like where the boundaries are right now. Which buildings can you enter and which structures are currently closed off. Enter? Oh. Hello. That's a voice. And then you can go back here to leave. It says examine, but I can't tell where it says examine. There we go. Oh, there. It was that. Lindsay Jacobs, missing. Reported missing in Boston, Massachusetts, May 28th. Approximately 4 feet tall. 90 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. Last seen wearing red blouse with a red skirt. If you have any information about me, please contact 1-800-555-3000. I think I've heard that that system worked out really well. Like, but I don't know. But yeah, for any non-Americans, I think this wasn't only an American thing, we would print information about missing children on milk cartons. And I think it helped find people. That's a 6-digit combination again. Probably not this phone number. Yeah, no combination of stuff here would really work there. May 28th, 4 feet tall, 90 pounds, that's 5 numbers, and the phone number doesn't match up either. Fire extinguisher. Just like a poster about the idea of a fire extinguisher. Not actually a fire extinguisher. There's no like fire extinguisher like holster as far as I can tell. No like station for it. Maybe that? Is that a... I'm not sure if that's what that is either. Man, I really wish I could just point my flashlight where my camera's pointing. But you have to drop your weapon to do that, so... Nope. Apparently our character does not have 2 hands. He can't just hold a flashlight in his left hand and his weapon in the right. That should honestly be the trade-off for holding a one-handed weapon, is that you should be able to use your flashlight. It feels a little undercooked that you can't. Oh, that doesn't open. That's presumably the mother of the missing child. Didn't even give me a light source. In fact, it might have taken the lights out. I'm actually not sure how much light there was a second ago. Is that a mirror? No, it's a framed picture. Did the voice stop? Because she heard me? Does this door work now? Uh-huh. That's where we're going with this. Ma'am? Could you use some help? I can't see anything, damn. Pick up. That is a gun. Someone just swing at me? Ah! What the fuck? She's invisible. No, no, no. Nope. Oh god, I put in my weapon. Where is she? I never found the combo, so I feel like I shouldn't be leaving it. There we go. I can see you. Still can't see. Gah! I like can't move or see. Like this feels brutal to play. Just like, what is happening? Have I made any progress against this woman? Is there another one after her? This sucks. She down yet? Why does the pause screen have to have such a jump scare noise to it? It's so loud. Oh, she disintegrated. What are you, spawning clones of yourself? Nope, this one fell over now. Okay. I was hoping that this direction had a code, but it seems to be over. So I fought two... Kind of looks like it's not a body, but like a mannequin. I'm not, hard to tell. Then it fell over. Got blood and tape on its mouth and so on, but kind of looks like it's not real. I could have just left. I came back because I was hoping I'd find the code. Because I was kind of suspecting that, yeah, maybe the reward is just you come in here and you get a gun. So that's why I ran back to the entrance, because I was considering just leaving. I was like, I got the gun. That's probably like basically the whole point. You turn the fuse back on. It is so hard to see. Oh, I came from that door. That's why I accidentally used the combination instead. Okay, well I got a gun now. until it happens again. What's that? A rock again? A note? A note. Missing child. Charlie Pendleton. Uh-huh. Local missing child last seen at Robbins Elementary School. If you have any information about Charlie Pendleton, please contact the Boston Police Department immediately. Yep. There's a rash of missing children. And specifically, that's probably our little brother or something? Or our son. It might be our son, actually. But a boy with our last name went missing. And that seems to be why we were taking our revenge on that guy who is someone who's supposed to be powerful. Because he's a sequestered prisoner. I actually don't know if sequestered prisoners are exclusively because they have the resources to be separated, like a senator or something. Or if it's because... Or if it can be because their crime is the kind of thing that would get them killed in prison. But it seems like a certain guard was willing to help me get him killed in prison anyway, so... Bad news for that guy. This is a bit harder to swing. I haven't broken a lock in like the last couple of hours, I think. What's that? I'll just pick up this particular brick. Okay. Blue. Okay, so if I lose my weapon, it's not hard to get another one. They're everywhere. It might not be amazing, but when you're out here, you can pretty much just run around anyway. We're definitely properly in a Silent Hill now. Even if it's not the, it's like this is kind of map you're used to. I was starting to get suspicious with how linear things were. What are they doing? What's going to happen? So many suspiciously spiked boards everywhere. Who's doing this? Oh, someone is somewhere. Wiggle Sticks is still evil. Are they behind me? Yep, I'm being followed apparently. I wonder how long that's been happening. Lucky us, it doesn't really seem like there's a stamina system in this game. So it seemed to get away with just running forever. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay. That's enough of you. You seem fast enough. Oh. What? 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 Oh no! There's 1 million enemies now. I don't... This game's confusing. Okay. Okay, my health is low. That was... What the fuck? Okay, they've been hinting at patrol cars for a bit here with the little bloop. But that was weird. It made the game fade to black in the middle of me being attacked, which is a dick move, and then spawned 1 billion enemies on top of that. And I'm like, motherfucker, I was trying to play the game right now. Of all the times to do a transition thing, I'm like, this seems a bit mean. What's this? Stop the patrol cars. Police cars everywhere. They don't look like normal cops. Something's very wrong here. What kind of town is this? Shouldn't my objective be to escape the patrol cars? Stop them. Why would I think I could stop them? I was wondering if the patrol cars were going to be indicative of something, because it kind of kept sounding like they were coming from a particular direction and distance. Almost like they're warning me about where they are right now, and I should be worried about that on that level. Made it to Silent Hill. Seems quiet. Where is everyone? Need to find a way out of town and never ever look back. Okay, so this is Silent Hill. Stop the patrol cars is a weird objective, but they might be hinting that I should go to the police station for some reason. Close the door behind me. It's so hard to close a door. I gotta say, this game really controls like ass. There we go. There's just a lot of basic actions where it's like they let you do certain things, but they never expect you to try to do it or something. So like they made it as hard as possible to do stuff like that. It's like, why is it so hard? Painting. Sunrise. Like, you think given the way that doors stay open behind you and the way you're given the option to close them behind you, you think that they expect you to want to do that. Whenever you try to do it on purpose, it's like actively a huge pain in the ass. That's a lot of rules. Can't open that door. We're in an eerie sewer area. A shortcut to Pearl Creek. See, did that door work? Yeah, it didn't let me walk up to the other one either. Okay. I'm good. That was a particularly worrying miasma. It's like rendered directly onto the screen, so you just straight up can't even begin to parse where you might be. Okay, well, let's avoid going into it again if there's another way. Uh-huh. But what if I simply defeated the door with my giant muscles? Have you considered that? Where am I? What is happening at this point? They might be hiding teleports in that. In fact, I think I saw a little cut that time. I think that it's such a screen obliterating effect because it's actually just trying to do a Lost Woods on you. Well, the question is it meant to disorient you by doing impossible teleportations that don't match up with the geometry, or if they're just hiding loading screens because the zone's too big? Oh, that door isn't open. I think the first time you try it, it's like, try this door, and the second time you try it, it says unlock. But it doesn't actually let you unlock the door in any meaningful way. It doesn't even prompt you to use a key, although maybe it would if you had the key specifically. I think this might be just like an underground sort of fast travel type situation. Like it might be a way of getting around underground without having to be on the surface the whole time, maybe to avoid the cop cars. Yeah, that's a very noticeable jump. Ah. So I think this might all serve a purpose that I just can't use yet. But I found a painting. Let's see, I guess it makes a kind of sense that his version has him being hunted by the police the whole time. That's what we were thinking about when we got here, for sure. In a maybe overly literal way, but... I don't think I want a chair. Sledgehammer, maybe. Sledgehammer's probably easier to use than a fire axe in, like, real-life terms. If you're properly swinging it with both hands, I feel like it's gonna do something, whereas, like, if you fuck up, you might be able to, like, not angle your axe correctly. Oopsie. Police Department, Boston Police Report. Case number MA0 blah 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 blah. Vehicle theft. Sergeant Matthew Baker is their officer. Date of report is blurred for some reason. At about 22:40 hours on 2/25, suspect blah 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 was observed by a number of witnesses, see Appendix A, at 4050 Broomfield Road, forcibly entering a parked police cruiser, Appendix B. Suspect was then able to start the vehicle and depart the scene in a reckless manner, approaching surface street speeds far in excess of the posted limits. At approximately 22:45, patrol officers in the area, as well as air assets from the Sheriff's Department, answered the stolen vehicle call from dispatch and began pursuit of the suspect. At 23:10 hours, suspect exited onto Interstate 94, southbound, on the Route 5 off-ramp. The suspect continued southbound on Interstate 94 at excessive speeds, and pursuing officers maintained a safe distance to reduce collateral risk of nearby civilians. At approximately 08:20 hours and 2:26, suspect crossed the state line into Ashfield and exited onto surface streets. At that time, local police cordoned off the area to civilian traffic and dispatched road spikes. Spikes disabled a stolen vehicle, bringing it to a complete stop at approximately 8:35 hours. Heard by M. Baker. So a police chase.
How did this get here?
A very long police chase. where they avoided casualties, so it took a while. Hello, this mechanic's back.
These must be the police call signs.
Oh, I guess I'm going the right way. A different flashlight, okay. I don't know if they contrast. So I can figure out the right sign. I can get through. There we go. That saves me from having to deal with the beam in the future, I guess.
Please. Did anybody hear this? I'm at the station. In the old clock tower. Anyone? I'm waiting, please.
There's an old clock tower. So many cigarettes. Are they painting? Sunrise and despair. Oh, there's a note. Okay. I'm like, what's the pickup prompt for? The pickup prompt's made untrustworthy because the majority of the time it's like, there's a rock on the floor. And you're like, no. Police Department, Silent Hill, from the desk of Chief Ronald Doyle Annual Felony Crime Survey. Significant, so it's a decent climb in burglary and larceny. Technically arson from 2 to 3. Slight decrease in auto theft. Violent crimes are up. Fair amount. Except robbery. But they're trying to hide it with that little corner of the screen. 661437. Oops. Can't press the green button. Ah. Ah, damn it. They made the controls so weird. Okay. So Silent Hill Police Department 20074. Matthew Baker. This is probably just the individual form, right? There's no 0. So A, B, C, D, 1 through 9. I don't think I understand what to do here. Or I don't have the information yet. Identify each patrol car's call number. If I can find each car's number, maybe I can call them off the patrol route. Huh. So we're thinking that we can defeat the patrol cars, which I haven't even seen yet. Like, so I don't... I have to do the beam every time, looks like. Oh, maybe not. Nope, can't defeat that. I haven't even seen a patrol car yet. The game just kind of faded to black that one time. And then gave me an objective about patrol cars. I'm guessing maybe a patrol car saw me, and that's why there was suddenly a fade to black and a billion ladies chasing me. But without me seeing the patrol car, it just wasn't clear that it happened, besides the fact that it somehow caused an objective to be added. Very strange conveyance of mechanics. Can I jump over that? Weird. Hi, sir. That's a new enemy type. It's kind of freaking out. Some bricks around. I don't think I like this guy. Hi. Bye. Uh-huh. Set all the birds free?
Are there any other birds around?
Is this game just full of like a bunch of weird open worlds, like collectathon mechanics and stuff? And busy work, maybe? Collect all the birds, the game says. Okay, he's getting a little close. He's getting a little close. Am I somewhere new right now? Let's see. There's a few question marks around. I don't think this is the same street from earlier. Oh, can't go that way. Ah, stop it. Oops. I guess I'm back here again. Must have gone a perfect loop around the area. Not gonna lie, I thought that was the kind of transition that she wouldn't be able to follow you through. Okay, yeah, I went around the block. Let's see. 85 health, so if it hurts you, it doesn't hurt you much. I don't know what my health was. But if it hits me again, I can check. I think this might be the street I was on when it first was like, deal with the police. That's definitely a dead end. Don't remember this. This is where I started? I think I might have found a side path into back where I first entered Silent Hill. Yep, that's the collapsed thing. I wonder if the game's implying that if I save all the birds, I will, like, unlock a memory or something. Missed me. Okay, so If I go straight ahead, I don't know if that road dead ends or not. Or do I? Yeah, I'm pretty disoriented right now. Okay, so I got this far. Let's go left and then right. This might be the same street again. Maybe I just need to... My mistake may be that I haven't mashed my face against the barrier, so it's not showing up on the map, and it's... Yeah, okay. Which is making it harder to tell where I can actually go. Okay, dude, I'm like touching it. There you go. Okay. Like, please game, I need you to tell me what's blocked off around here. I could try going down Campbell Street onto Lampshade. Land. Lennondale? Lennondale? Is that what it says? I think I've officially been wandering for too long and I need to figure out where I'm actually going now. A swing? Yep. They made a swinging noise all the way over there. But yeah, current struggle is that our character does not have a destination. It's not like there was no NPC to be like, ah, yes, something at the hospital. And then you're like, oh, maybe I should check out the hospital. So I'm looking at this map and I'm like, yeah, I know where I'm trying to go. It's raining now. That feels like it might have been triggered by me. I think I'm now on Lennondale. Toggle zoom. Lonadale? Oop, ah. The way that it moves is so weird. Okay. Alright, so now I'm out of the loop I was stuck in for a bit there. And at least going somewhere new. Uh-huh. Unhelpful. I'm noticing that once I got the objective to deal with the police, I never saw police again. Like, they stopped making police noises, which were happening constantly until then. I'm guessing I must have triggered this zone's police, and that's why there was a bunch of enemies. But it was, like, unclear that that was what was happening at the time. But then maybe they go away for a while, just to be polite, I guess. Goofy candles, sure. Let's see. I'm now on... I have to forget. I press so many buttons before I remember to hit right stick. And then you move around with right stick. I guess they thought on paper it was intuitive that you click right stick to zoom in and then you move around the camera with right stick, but I immediately try to hit left stick and then it like turns the page or something. Let's see. There's a question mark here. Why is there a question mark here? That might be a thing. Oh, examine. Why is it so hard to examine things? There we go. You can reach that, you baby. Okay. There might be something I can use. A different broken bench. What's this? Just a pole, right? Yeah. I don't need your pole. Huh? Oh, it's a fire poker. Those have hooks. Is that what you want me to do? Yeah. That's probably why it's in this backyard, actually. Ooh, it's a stabby one. Oh, it's making me go up the ladder. You ever stab a ladder so you're forced to climb it? Police Department, Silent Hill. It could be a... It could be a small body. It's hard to tell what it's a picture of. Right.
Oh God. Why are you doing this to me?
Okay, yeah, it's probably the missing child. So I imagine that the police chase is the one where he got arrested. He specifically is like, how did this get here? Oh. Uh-huh. I imagine they're trying to do something thematically here because you keep crossing huge pits and you're worried about falling in them. And the pits keep claiming everybody else. So it's not just like a random mechanic, it's like specifically reinforcing that. Fade to black? Okay. Graceful. In the middle of me walking around the room, it's just fades to black. I'm not trying to sound like whiny the whole time, it's very funny encountering this era of video games. In particular, I'm just like, that was just a very inelegant way to handle that transition. Like, if you have to cut to a loading screen, you think you would do it, like, during the cutscene. Dumping me into the room to take 3 steps, and then I could awkwardly spin around in a circle, and then it cuts to loading the zone, is like, incredibly strange. Like, why would they do it that way? Here we go. I have so many health kits. It's the only thing I can't lose by falling.
DJ Rick's back again with another dedication for Mr. Popularity today, Murphy Pendleton. The WLMN-FM phone's been ringing off the hook for old Murph. All I can say is that DJ Rick's is gonna have to something and find out what he's.
So DJ Ricks wants to know my secret. I wonder if I'm going to find DJ Ricks. I feel like I'd be curious about DJ Ricks, because DJ Ricks seems to have, like, a normal brain. Like they're just a regular person somewhere. So, like, just knowing they exist somewhere, you're like, okay, where's this radio station? Because I would like to meet normal people again. That sounds like a great improvement to my current standings. See, not people that have rooms like this. What is this? This room tells me that you have people living in the walls. Like in Myst. What a confusing Myst reference to make, because I'm referencing a book no one has read. Alright. Increasingly strange inventory of items. Alright, this thing holds 7 bullets. 10 bonus bullets, if you love bonus bullets. What a fucked up cover to a book. Just a giant calligraphy, the. And then, I don't know, it probably says something else under there. Why is the so big? That's so strange. Ah, Silent Hill Downpour does not pass the bookshelf test. That's the same series of folders 3 times in a row right there. And then those stacks are those stacks. Good variety though. That one is that one. They seem to have made like 10 different book assets of clumps of books, and they like shuffled them all up. So at a glance, it looks more chaotic than usual. Some games literally make 1 or 2 bookshelf assets total, and then just repeat them on the same bookshelf right next to each other. Hello. This is kind of nice. Paint's all fucked up in this house, but there's like, it feels like there's a sign that a normal human was here. I'm sorry, how big are those pencils? Are those big art things? They look like normal pencils. That looks suspiciously like it's supposed to be a normal set of pencils that they accidentally made way too big. That's funny. What's that? Oh, is there a paintbrush on the end of it, maybe? I can't tell. We're getting really weird background noises. Oh. Was that the missing girl? Big hammer. Unnerving thing to keep in your room. Oh, did I see something? Maybe not. See, I don't think I have a map of this place yet, right? It doesn't even open to the map. Definitely would like the game to open to the map every time I hit select. The place we're currently at does not have a listed location. And the police station's marked, so that's noteworthy that this place kind of isn't. So maybe this isn't like a proper level we're going to be navigating and searching. I might be here for flavor. Look how small her head is. You can't just do that, kid. You can't just go around accusing people of having a small head and a big the. A weird hand vase. Oh, those are so weird. My favorite thing about encountering those is that you can like older people think they're romantic or interesting or whatever, but then like people that are like less than 40 years old, you like show it to them, you're like, what does this make me think of? What does this remind you of? And everyone, like, everyone just thinks it's a fucking sex toy. Dear shithead, I'm on to you, you junky asshole. Next time something goes missing from my apartment, you can expect the cops to come knocking on your door. And if it's not them, it'll be me. And my knock is 12 gauges if you catch my drift. So if you don't want an ass full of buckshot, I suggest you stay the fuck away from my apartment. Last warning.
A thief, huh?
And happy housemates come from California.